Hello, everyone. This is Mrs. Smith coming at you from my computer on December 9th. So, sorry about that. I know this is late getting to you. I am really sorry. But you guys have also know that you also know I've been really flexible about these due dates. So, take your time, get it done when you can. Preferably before Christmas break because, that's as long as I'm going to be in. Oh, yeah, I should probably tell you guys. So, a lot of you know that Mr. Smith and I are expecting baby number one in January. So, I am not going to be returning to school after Christmas break. I'm going to be taking a maternity leave to stay home, take care of the baby, because I hear babies are a lot of work. Um, and by I hear, I mean, yeah, they're a lot of work. So, unfortunately, I will be out. You guys will have a long-term sub, and I don't know who it is yet. But if it is who I think it is, then you guys are gonna have a great time in music in January, and also February, and also a few months after that. So, we got to round out our instruments of the orchestra unit by talking about the percussion family. Now, common misconception about percussion. You say percussion, people are like, oh, the drums. Yes, that's a yes, but answer. You can see that in the percussion family, there are some drums. There's a bass drum, there's the snare drum, there's the timpani, but there's also other instruments as well, which we'll talk about. So, what do the percussion instruments have in common then? They all look pretty different and they're all played pretty differently. Well, to make a sound, they are struck, which is hit or shaken, and you do not need air to play any of them. So, like the woodwind and brass instruments, you needed air to play. String instruments, they all have strings, and most of them use a bow. But these ones, you either hit them with your hand or something else, or you shake them, and that's how you get sounds out. So this was kind of hard to categorize, you guys, so I did my best, and here's what I came up with. So one part of the percussion instrument family are the drums, which is what a lot of people think of when they think of percussion. So you have the bass drum, which is right here, not to size, unfortunately. It's only played with one mallet usually, can be played with two. Snare drum is this one, and this is the one that I associate with marching bands and drum lines. So if you guys have seen a marching band before, these typically get worn on the drummers. And they're played with the two drumsticks, and you gotta have mad skills to be a snare drum player. I will demonstrate that in a second. Not me personally, but, in video form. And then we do have the timpani, and I love the timpani. So they are drums that have a pitch, actually. So you see this pedal right here? That means you can change how high or low it sounds. And you can even play like melodies and stuff on the timpani. And they come in sets of 2 to 5, maybe sometimes 1, maybe sometimes more. Played with two mallets, you got to be really good to play these because sometimes you have to change the pitch in the middle of a piece of music while everyone else is playing without anyone else noticing. So these are super cool. So, an example of a drum being played. The title of this video is really bad, you guys, but the playing is really good. This is a bunch of high schoolers at a talent show, and they're wearing kilts. I don't know why. It's because they're high school boys, and high school boys do stuff like that. So this is boys in kilts playing the snare drum. And I wish I could show you guys more. You gotta look it up. The rest of the routine is so good too. Oh my God. Okay, and for the record, it took these guys, okay, so even if they're 18, it took them like at least 9 years to get that good. It takes a lot of practice. So if you play percussion and you're like, Mrs. Smith, why don't I sound that good? It's because you just need more time, and they put in a lot of practice. So, second category I'm going to give you guys are the mallets, mallet percussion. So, we've got a couple different right here, a few different mallet instruments right here. So, mallets are these guys. They have the handles and the balls at the end so you can play. So, our xylophones are right here, made out of wood. And a version of a xylophone is found in many different African countries and cultures. And the marimba is made of wood, and it has really long pipes for resonance so that the sound can vibrate through the pipes. It just helps you hear it a little bit better. And then you have your bells right here. They're made of metal. They're high-pitched, and I think of these in parades as well. We're going to take a look at a variety of mallet percussion instruments being played, along with a couple of drums as well, from one of my favorite viral videos from a few years ago. These guys, this is like a special percussion ensemble that meets. I want to say these kids are in 5th or 6th grade, and they have worked really hard at this. So again, don't feel intimidated. Just gives you motivation to practice. Again, I wish I could show you guys the whole thing. Look it up. Crazy Trade by Ozzy Osbourne, the Louisville Leopard percussionists. Guys, they impressed the pants off me. And for the record, I'm wearing a dress today. All right, so our next category is what we call auxiliary or accessory percussion instruments. So they are often used in part of an orchestral piece and sometimes as a special effect. These I find to be the most fun to play, and there's a gajillion of them. I just chose my 8 favorite. So we've got our tambourine, the triangle, these are claves, maracas, castanets, which I love, guiro, the cowbell, more cowbell, always more cowbell, and then this one is the vibra-slap, and actually this one made an appearance in that Crazy Train video. This one, castanets and vibra-slap are definitely my actual 2 favorite. So, we're going to listen to a festive example of this. This song is Sleigh Ride by Leroy Anderson. Guarantee you've heard the song on the Christmas radio before, and if you haven't listened to the Christmas radio, can't help you. So we're going to see a couple of auxiliary percussion instruments being played. So we have the jingle bells, we have the temple blocks, and then of course, I call it the whip, because it makes a whip sound. There it was. And my favorite part about that whole clip is you can see the bass drummer. He puts a finger in his ear every time the whip goes because it's so loud. Rewatch it if you want to see it again. And then, of course, I have to throw this in, you guys. Just, a little more cowbell.
Here, please. Fellas, that was going to be a great track. What's the deal? Are you sure that was sounding okay? All right. I'll be honest with you. It sounded great, but I could use just a little more cowbell. Let's take it again. And, Chief, yeah, really explore the studio space this time. Got it. I mean, really explore the studio space. Roll it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, guys. Oh my God. So this is actually a skit from Saturday Night Live that these 3 kids, probably 7th or 8th grade, decided to recreate. It's incredible. Hello, cowbell. So that is your introduction to more cowbell. Great one. Last but certainly not least, we have the piano. And I know what you're thinking. Wait, Mrs. Smith, what do you mean the piano is a percussion instrument? I thought it was a string instrument. Is my entire life a lie? No, your entire life is only half of a lie. Don't worry, because the piano does in fact have strings. So you see on this grand piano that the cover is up. There's the piano cover right there. This is what it looks like inside of a piano. So you guys see that it has strings, right? Yeah. So, we talked about earlier, however, that percussion instruments, to make a sound, they are struck or shaken. So when you play the piano, there are these things right here. You can see 2 of them are lifted up. They're called hammers. And when you press on a key, it makes the hammer go up and then hit the string, and then the string vibrates and makes the sound. So that is why the piano is a percussion instrument and not a string instrument. Now, some people still firmly believe that the piano is a string instrument. I think they're wrong. But sometimes you'll see it on different lists. But my final word on that is #science is cool. So, just to show you guys somebody playing the piano. The quality of this is terrible. However, I wanted you to hear the specific song. So this is Flight of the Bumblebee by Rimsky-Korsakov. Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov. He was a Russian composer. And I just want you to just look at her hands, just look at her hands when she plays. That's all I want. And yeah. Isn't she so talented? That takes so much work. I'm so impressed. Oh! So that is kind of the percussion instrument family in a nutshell. It is probably my favorite overall instrument family. Lots of fun. So you guys have one more of those quizzes to take through Microsoft Forms. I will put that up with that link for you. And you guys are going to have a short instrument report to complete that I will post on Monday, the 14th. And you will have from the 14th until the 23rd to get that done. And that's it. That's it. So just this week that Microsoft Form. Please and thank you. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Bye.